Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am the Ginger Gamer. Today I'm playing some Skater XL. Right now this is only in beta, I believe, for PC. Don't hardly ever play PC games, but I really wanted to give this a try because I skateboarded for over 10 years. It's a huge part of growing up. I remember the first skateboarding game I ever played was like an ESPN game. It was on PlayStation 1, and I can't remember if you could actually ollie or not. You couldn't do, I don't remember if you were able to do kickflips or anything like that, but at the time it was just the only thing they had. And then of course Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 came out and changed everything, and I played most of those games until they got really terrible. And then obviously, you know, the reigning king for skateboarding games was the Skate series, which is no longer the case as of right now. Now, especially with the announcement of both Skater XL and another game called Session. Now, I've played both Skater XL and Session, and I have to say right off the bat that I like Skater XL more. It's a lot more intuitive. I think me personally, I think the tricks look better. I like the way you catch the tricks and everything, but as you can see right there, my biggest issue on both games is the new control scheme, but I like it, and I like it more the way it's implemented in Skater XL than I do in Session. Basically, your left stick controls your left foot and your right stick controls your right foot, which is very different than the way the Skate series had you control. I got really used to and really comfortable with the Skate series, and while that game could be challenging, it's nowhere near as challenging as this game. And the cool thing is about it being challenging is when you land tricks, you feel like, you know, a sense of accomplishment, if that can be a thing for a video game. I mean, you know, sort of like how Dark Souls, you feel accomplished when you beat a boss. This is when you do a really cool trick, which honestly, the flip tricks aren't hard. You just have to figure out what you need to do. And sometimes what's really cool is it's exactly, you know, how you would think, especially if you skateboarded before. So, for instance, the first time I did a 360 flip, I didn't do it exactly the way that it tells you that you can do it in the tutorial, but I still did it because I scooped with my right foot and I flicked a kickflip with my left foot. And I thought that was really cool. There's definitely a learning curve, especially if you played Skate, and I played all three Skates a lot. Speaking of Skate, it's kind of funny how you got these two games that are coming out, Skater XL and Session, and then all of a sudden EA announces they're working on a Skate 4. They have no footage, they're just trying to get on the train, and if they can improve upon their gameplay, then of course they have the money to do so. But I bought Skater XL on PC, and I'm going to buy it on Xbox when it comes out on I think it comes out July 28th. But I'm going to support these guys, and so far there's some big differences. Besides, I mean, the main difference is the way that you can control the skateboard. The physics are funny. The way you fall, sometimes you're just rolling around and you fall. But one of the other big things is you're able to catch the board with either your back foot or your front foot, and that's really cool, especially for tricks like 360 flips. Let's see if I can do it. Nope, that was a kick flip. This is also something that I really like. It's just, you could do this in Skate. I think you can do it in Session as well. I know on Session another big difference that I end up not really caring about was the ability to get off your board. That's not a deal breaker for me. But let me see if I can hit a 360 flip and catch it front footed. Okay. Still doing kick flips. So it's still, I've been playing this game for I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, and I still have a lot to learn and get comfortable, because my natural instinct is to still play the game like I did. I did a varial kickflip, caught it front-footed, but nobody likes varial kickflips, or at least they didn't when I was skating. Looks up, almost had it, but and the other thing is, if you want to pop a high trick, you got to do. There we go. That was nice. You have to hold down both triggers, or both analog sticks. To do a normal trick, you just hold down the right analog stick, since I'm skating regular, and I do an ollie. But if I want to do a high ollie, I put down both sticks and let go. It allows me to do things like kickflip up these stairs right here. Let's see if I can do this. So one of my favorite tricks is a front side flip. That was probably the best front side flip I've done so far. They have a cool little replay editor, which is cool. This was in Skate as well. And it allows you to watch in slow-mo. Let me try this again. So, it allows you to look at your tricks in slow-mo and get different angles. That was not as good. But the last one, it wouldn't let me do it for some reason. But for instance, so this wasn't as good of one, but just to give you an idea what you can do. So see if I caught it pretty good or not. So I didn't catch it with a certain foot. I could have, but I like that they give you the option to do that. So you can catch it, and you can use these extra things, or you don't have to. But I do like that. So there's more ragdoll effects. But the grinding and the sliding is probably the most difficult, I think. Just me personally. I'll show you here. I think rails are a little bit easier to skate on than the ledges. See if I can do a kickflip, backflip. So that wasn't so hard because I'm using the middle of the board. But when I try to do like a kickflip, back nose blunt, or even a kickflip, let me see if I can get a kickflip back tail slide. Almost. Coming out of tricks feels a little hard to get used to. And it's like a backside over crook. Let's see if I can do a 360 flip crooked grind. Let's try this again. So when you're on the rails, you actually, if you want to do a nose grind, you use the left analog stick. And if you're doing like a 5-0, you'd use your right, which is cool. Let's see if I can do this again. So you have to let him catch the trick before you try to grind, and that's something that you didn't have to do in Skate, and therefore I'm not super used to it. That's like a varial flip. I'll take that. See if I can do a little big spin. The animations are way better in this game. I think in session when I was playing it, you can like change the way the kickflips are like every kickflip could potentially look different. Other tricks could look different, but I again just prefer the way Skater XL handles that. Now, as of right now, there's two or three maps. We got a California skate park here. We'll check this out real quick. They're relatively small. I hope in the final release I hope that there's more. I know there's like a bunch of editor stuff, like where people have created their own maps, but I haven't really dove too much into that. That was a clean frontside flip. Let's take a look at that. I'm just trying to see if I can get the frontside flips to where they look real natural, because that's another thing that, you know, skate didn't do very well. You'd frontside flip down a 20 stair in skate, and you catch the board way too quickly, and it just didn't look natural. It was fun to play, and it was, you know, it was the best thing that was available, but it just really didn't look as natural as I think they would have hoped it. So let me see how that looks from this side. Looked pretty good. Looks way better than it did in skate. So yeah, so I'm still getting used to everything. My impressions are I like it. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna support them. Who knows when Skate 4 is gonna come out? At this point, I feel like they're just jumping on the bandwagon. They said it's because all these people wanted a skateboarding game, but I know it's just everything that they saw, all the hype and the excitement for Skater XL in Session, you know, because it's EA, so they're going to do whatever they can to line their pockets. I mean, they're a company, I get it, but I'd rather support these smaller companies and see what they can become. So, yeah, the last thing they have is, I think it's like a mini ramp. I haven't even skated it. Let's see what this is all about. And when I was skateboarding growing up, there wasn't any skate parks really close by. So I skated all street, loading docks, ledges, stairs. That is what I grew up on. And that's what I prefer. I mean, mini ramp stuff is cool. I never really got all that good at it, just because I skated for so long without learning how to do it and the transition and everything. So, got a lot of respect for it. And mini ramp stuff is cool. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Alright guys, well, if you are interested at all in skateboarding, I would definitely give this game a check out when it comes out on the 28th if you only have console. Right now you can get it for 20 bucks on Steam. And right now I'm playing with an Xbox controller. You can only play it with a controller. I'm sure you could use a PlayStation controller, but I'm just using an Xbox controller right now because I haven't tried, but I just prefer the Xbox controller. Alright, I think I've talked about everything that I was interested in, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Ginger out.